Okay, Bob, especially for you. A very nice scimitar. We've driven it outside the workshop because basically we're rammed full of Land Rovers all being sprayed up going to Ukraine. But good tracks on it. Pretty good road wheels, a couple of chunks missing here and there, but not a lot. Got all its covers, got all its bin boxes, even the ones on the back. A modern release, it's got sort of boxes I don't recognise. The smoke discharger I'd have to change for the special ones I have that are slightly smaller tubes, otherwise customs be on you. That barrel is one we made. The trough as well underneath that big aluminium chunk, that is something remanufactured. And there's a big lump of aluminium that pinches it tight so it doesn't wobble around and rattle. It's all really nice. No dents on the boxes. That one's pushed up a bit, but I think we could do something clever with that. Yeah, very nice vehicle. But the beauty of it is it drives nice. And strong gearbox, all that kind of thing. This might be just what you're looking for. It could go in your container with the ferret very nicely. In fact, you can get two in a container with a ferret. How about that? Chat to your friends. Well, things are progressing. We've swapped windows from vehicle to vehicle to speed up the process. And I'll tell you what, it's been a right arseache. I think they're actually going to pay us a bit for our time on that, because to take one out of one and swap it into another is sort of twice the work, really. We've not had our new windows delivered yet. They were saying the 25th, but I was really hoping they'd come a bit earlier. But there you go, maybe the 25th means the 25th. Maybe these days I should be lucky it's not the 35th, because everything seems a bit slow. I must order more paint today, and a lot of it. Amazing how we get through it. I think that this Kevlar stuff really soaks it up. A bit porous, but the lads are doing a nice job. All the frames have been straightened and sprayed, and we're waiting for the glass. The idea is when that glass arrives, bosh, we're ready to jump. And they're having a few spare windows, which is a good idea, because it wouldn't take many shots until you can't see out of them. Eddie likes tanks. You probably didn't realise it, but tanks are fun. You want to be in about third now. I don't know if you are. My jobs today are to, in the rain, start doing a few clever things to this, so as Big Eddie can get his shoulders in. Because we got it in, and the way the hatch closed and overlaps that kind of fancy bit that opens at the front, it locked him in and he couldn't get out. And I thought, this could be a laugh. While he's stuck in there, we could put lipstick on him and stuff like this. And I thought, nah, I better not, because he's going to get out one day. So there you go. I'm going to rip into that today and do some clever stuff. And I wish it wasn't. Now, Joe is trying to tie a piece of armoured glass to some of that matting stuff, and it probably weighs 25 pounds, and he thinks a piece of woolen twine's going to hold it. I think he's wrong. This is looking rather nice for a bunch of old twats spraying in the dark in an old drafty shed. Not looking bad at all, and I can't see. I reckon they've done the windows and it's one ready to go. They've got engineers up today, and they're checking them over before they leave. The customers sent them along. It's all worked out quite well in the end, because they were coming Tuesday and all the vehicles were leaving on the Monday, which I thought was quite amusing. They haven't always got their act together. Anyway, we organised them. Shuffle again, what a shame, painting that in mud poo brown. Lovely one that was. Where did that come from? Any ideas? No idea. And I'm playing on Eddie's at the moment. He's a big lad, and we can't get him to fit. So we're doing some special modifications.
What are you doing, Nick?
Well, Big Eddie's tank. To get the fat bastard in, actually he's not fat, is he?
No,
He's just big and muscly, isn't he? To get his Hulk in there, what we've got to do, he wants a periscope on the front, but the idea is to turn these round, the other way round. I've machined some slots in there, and I've machined a very neat little slot in there, and it's going to go in there and pull it all down, and it's going to look beautiful. But we haven't knackered this, so this could still be hinged onto a bottom at a later date. And then I've got to make his seat so it goes to a half level. And then there's the thing here's got to be cut out. Then I've got to do some clever things on this hatch, so when that is closed and that is brought round, because he can't get his arms out to undo it, and it's sort of locking up. So yeah, It's all getting, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And the beauty of it is, it's very, very neat. See, that goes in there like that in that slot, and just pulls it down, and it keeps a low silhouette because he's a big lad. And if we're going to get him in a CVRT, we've got to do some clever things. God's sake, Biscuit, it's Gary, shut up. Gary's come to collect his snatch, and he's off to Ukraine for a month. And he'll be driving around, goodness knows what, doing all sorts, but it's all top secret. We hope our white snatch is going to do very well. This was Nigel's field vehicle, but we've given it a bit of a clean up and got all the oil out the back, and we've been plonking around the fields with this thing for I think 2 years. Yes, it's got the bigger tyres as well. Oh, shut up. He's a friend, he's a friend. No, no. Right, let's come and see Office Vanessa. Very brave man. Going all the way to Ukraine to be a medic. And yeah, we've done our best on that vehicle. It's got perfect glass, new tyres, all sorts on it. Yep. Good luck, mate. That looks a very nice job. I've got rid of those wiper holes as well, because you're never going to have wipers on it. They just get in the way. Now, the seat. It's got to go halfway and lock. They are a bit of a bastard, the seats in these. I can't believe that this one does actually go up and down and adjust. But there must be a way of getting in behind it and doing something clever. Well, I'm down in the bowels of the tank, and right down here, there's these elasticated straps that pull the seat up. They don't work. Strangely, they do in this one, but they don't really work. And I get down low, it's getting a bit tight now. And then as it goes down, these pins pop out and go into this piece here. And you've got a hole up here and a hole down there. And my idea is to put a hole in the middle as well. And whether this is a captive bolt that holds it on, if it is, we're laughing. If it isn't, we're crying. That means I've got to take the bulkhead out. Is it a nut on the other side, or is it threaded? Ugh, stiff, I don't know. That other side will be captive, so I'll do the other side over there. And then we'll come back to the hard side. Not strictly how I like to do things, but that's how it is. Okay, the grubby one is testing out my new adjustments. Top position, try second positions.
Normal top, which is right height for me. And then now I've got lower myself into it slowly. That's the halfway position.
Eddie Big Man's thingy.
Rather than because usually they'll get sort of you're in or you're out, don't they?
Yeah, I tell you what, try closing the hatch properly, this front one, because I was going to take the handles off, but I'm glad I didn't now. Yeah, that's a bit tricky for you. Now try on the floor, Jobby.
For me, yeah, but that's good.
And then that's combat on the floor. Okay, well we've now got 3 positions. What's your favourite position, Ashley? Okay, and pop your head out. I'm going to go around that hatch with a bit of black silicone before I paint it, and that'll stop any water getting in. And you know what? We could make this almost a watertight vehicle, which is a bit of a first, isn't it? Well, things are going very well. I've cut a big piece out under here where the springy thing pops up and locks it, and it's locking now there, so it can't come round and smack you in the head. And that means it leaves a gap here, so as world's strongest man Eddie doesn't have to bend the hatch to get it out. Because we don't want to bend your tank, and now all I've got to do now is move this stop right up to here, and I think we've solved the problem, and Eddie will be able to get in and out of his tank. And also this thing under here, I've cut it off and I've welded a piece on there, so as well, basically there's not this great big thing sticking in his bicep all the while. I think we're winning. I deserve a pay rise.